it with a few steps into a Halloween themed one. The first thing I do is to destroy the roof of the house, because that really gives it a creepy abandoned look. Mostly the first step is to change crucial parts of the house. The cracked stone bricks are a great choice as they make it look old. Put them in random places, just don't overdo it because the final result will seem like an ancient house and not like a haunted one. As you can see, now I changed the oak wood planks with the dark ones, and this is an important change for many reasons. For starters, bright colors in not small areas don't really fit with the Halloween theme. At the same time, that means that darker palettes are really what we need here. Intentionally, I leave some oak wood stairs to make it look more odd and weird, but not many, the majority should be in dark. We are in the swamp biome and a swamp is foggy and has high humidity, so you can think of the dark woods here as a simple oak ones that change in time. I think mycelium fits very well around the house for this situation. This step and the next one were very interesting to make. From now on, the house will really get into the Halloween spirit. Starting with pumpkins, I placed them on and around the house, and immediately it's like we moved to another dimension. I really wanted to place a lot of them, but don't overdo it. Some pumpkins produce light, and that's exactly the amount of it a house like this one needs. The next block I really like are the slime. I have to say here that when I try to simulate a theme in Minecraft, I expect to find difficulties in the reproduction of it. But with Halloween that's not the case. There are so many perfect blocks about it, you can't really go wrong. Now, the fact that the house has all these blocks and some light makes it feel a little bit residential, but with all these spiderwebs all around, you really have to think it again if someone lives in there or not. And that's where it becomes odd and creepy. Of course, that's exactly what we want for a Halloween house. As I said earlier, the next step was a really interesting one to make. It's very similar to the previous one. The only difference is the fact that this step contains some less solid blocks than the other. Pumpkins are the go-to for Halloween, but I think the cakes here have the same importance. If you want, you can knit a little bit one to make it look more creepy. It's clear now that there are a lot of blocks perfect for Halloween. In fact, there are so many that a dilemma comes up. If I keep placing all the blocks that fit with this theme, eventually the house will look complicated and too heavy. On the other side, if I won't place any more blocks that fit here, then I might miss something important. So I decided it's better to place every Halloween related block for one reason. Because I want to make it look complicated and heavy. That's an aspect that makes the atmosphere better for a house like this one. But why to make it look heavy anyway? It reminds me of a supernatural store that sells potions and other magic stuff. Of course it's a house, but it's really cool to look like a magic shop. I could decorate the interior of this house, but I stick with the outer side of it. A few mushrooms around and we are done. Now the house seems good, but there is one thing we can do to improve the overall atmosphere. The first thing I do is a small iron and broken fence to make it look abandoned and define the area where I will build. In order to match it with the house, we don't just need a simple graveyard, we need a very old looking and really abandoned one. The way I achieve this is with some small details, the empty pot on the grave, the use of a sickle and some holes that represent undone graves. Also, by removing one block from one side of the gravestone, you make it look really odd. Something very important is the time. That's when this building really shines. I hope you liked this design. Thank you very much for watching.